our Almighty God, Creator of heaven and earth, Father and lover of our soul, you sit on your throne of mercy and rule with your love and faithfulness. You are full of grace. We acknowledge your presence in our lives. Nothing is hidden in your eyes, even our challenges and struggles in life. We come to you with faith. We ask not only for our daily spiritual bread, but to seek your forgiveness and undeserving favor to heal our land, our family members, our friends and neighbors, even our enemies with COVID-19 and other diseases. Holy Spirit, help us to deepen our faith and see the opportunity to believe, obey, and worship as we face this pandemic. You are Lord and God. Encourage us and change our hearts, not to fear, but to be full of hope and find ourselves praying and meditating your word. We believe no works of the enemy prosper to your children. Abba, Father, we believe that your Son Jesus Christ is Lord and Savior. He is the truth and our salvation. Hear our prayers, O Lord, and most of all, not our will, but thy will be done. We pray this in Jesus' name, the name above all names, who was and is to come. Amen.
The views and opinions of the producers, hosts, and guests in the show do not directly reflect the official stand and policies of the management, the network, and the company. The program that gives you the latest in Filipino business and trend with Norm challenging brand, paving the way to be next generation business leaders. This is Talk.Shop.Asia Nxt Gen, connecting you to the future. Hosted by business and transformation mentor Rolly Pagaspas, franchise and business coach Don Senita, and beauty and business maven Muriel Villanueva. Jump into the business revolution.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning to all our viewers across the Philippines and all over the world. Welcome to season 23 of Talk Shop Asia. You're watching Talk Shop Asia Next Gen, and I am Don Sinita, your program anchor for this afternoon. We are with you live via Facebook, YouTube, Kumu, web streaming, cable TV, digital radio, and podcasts from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. as we give you the latest in business and trends changing the way we do retail and services in the Philippines. Please allow me, of course, to welcome my passionate co-anchor, our in-house beauty and business maven, Miss Muriel Villanueva. Hi, Muriel. Good afternoon.
Hello, happy Sunday and a pleasant afternoon to everyone. Thank you, of course, for spending your afternoon with us. We are streaming live through Facebook with Talk Shop Asia Next Gen, Talk Shop Asia Retail Industries Group, and our program partners, Francorp Philippines, U Franchise Asia, Union Bank Global Linker, and the Philippine Disaster Resilience Foundation. We are also live in Kumu through the official Talk Shop Asia page and with your cable channel Best TV channel 31. Of course, no, we would be glad to hear from all of you this afternoon. So do send us your comment pages and shout out at our comment page during our live stream. Hi, Don.
Hello, good afternoon. Advance Merry Christmas, Muriel. I know we only have siguro mga two weeks to go and Pasko na. Tama ba?
Diba? 20 days sa Christmas. It's the first Sunday of December. No, naku, hindi natin mamamalayan. Talaga naman, Christmas is in the air. And so is the new virus. But syempre, no, it doesn't hinder our Christmas spirit. There's just something about, the Christmas spirit when you hear lalo na yung Paskong Pinoy na songs, no? It really, sets the mood.
That's true. Alam mo naman sa Pilipinas, September pa lang technically Pasko na, no?
Exactly.
But since we have restrictions in terms of gathering, virtual parties is always the way to go, no? Right now, we may not be physically together, but in spirit, magkakasama tayo. Hindi ba? In the same way na tayo sa Talk Shop Asia, ganun din, ano? Before all this pandemic, we were in one studio and now we are at the comforts of our home but still able to connect with each other, hindi ba? Alam mo, Mariel, this season talaga went by so fast. As we are now at the season ender episode of Talk Shop Asia, season 23, indeed a season filled with insights, learnings, and inspiring stories from our guest features. Kaya naman, we will be looking back on the highlights and snippets of the season that was.
Nako, that is so right, Don, no? But of course, before we go down memory lane, imagine memory lane na agad yun. Bilis, di ba? We are, of course, featuring a well-loved household brand that has stood the test of time with the reliable quick fix service, Mr. Quickie. We have with us their business development associate and team leader, Mr. Arjay Maigue.
That's right. It's the whole season wrapped up into one, Mariel. Kaya naman, that's our special gift for everyone when Talk Shop Asia Next Gen returns.
We'll be back shortly. This is Talk Shop Asia Next Gen.
Over the years, franchising has been fulfilling entrepreneurs' dreams to multiply their success both locally and internationally. And with one franchise created every hour, the Philippines is now Asia's franchise capital. But what's the secret to franchise success?
Buying a franchise is the easiest and the most popular way to go into business because statistics show that if you buy a successful franchise format, you have a 90% chance of success.
FranCorp has completed full franchise development programs of over 3,000 businesses worldwide, creating successful power brands that have become today's movers and shakers of the franchise industry.
FranCorp is a one-stop shop for entrepreneurs wanting to grow their brand through franchising.
Our group of consultants are internationally educated and trained, and they have real-world franchise experience. That's why we have the highest number of certified franchise executives in Asia.
FranCorp is behind the tremendous growth of franchising in the Philippines. FranCorp is behind the big brands that started small, if not micro, and now they're ready to go overseas.
We actually started with a small kiosk in 1992, and today, because of a professional world-class franchise system, we're all over the world.
FranCorp offers a complete range of services to assist franchisors.
FranCorp has prepared us properly to start our franchise operations, and the rest is history.
FranCorp continues to help businesses grow from one to many and to witness the unfolding of more franchise success stories. Are you ready to be the next? FranCorp.
It's a tough business out there. So many uncertainties, operational difficulties, deadlines. We provide the solutions and services that your company needs at the best price, guaranteed, with our global principles. And experienced partners, we bring solutions to your current and future business. Inolution, supporting your business as always. Now back to Talk Shop Asia Next Gen. Branding is a key asset for any company. Discover how these brands are continuously evolving to keep up with the time. Jump into the business revolution with Talk Shop Asia Next Gen.
Welcome back to Talk Shop Asia Next Gen. Please make sure to tune in with Big Media PH and Video on Radio Manila all day, every day. Whatever interest you're into, we have it for you. And of course, I'd like to welcome back on screen my co-host, Mariel.
Ayan, hello. Syempre, no, this Sunday, we would like to greet our friends from the Philippine Franchise Association, Mr. Sammy Lim, Miss Bing Sibalim Hoko, President Sherry Quintana, and the PFA family and members that tirelessly advocate for the MSME growth.
Right. And of course, for the first segment of our program today, we have, of course, our franchise highlight of the week. Here to share with us the amazing journey of Mr. Quickie is their business development associate and team lead, Mr. Arjay Maigue. But before we go into that, let's flash this quick clip of Mr. Quickie. Okay, so may we call on screen, of course, Mr. Arjay Maigue to join us for the franchise highlight segment. Hi, Arjay. Good afternoon. How are you?
Hi, good afternoon, Don and Muriel. Good afternoon.
We're happy, of course, to have you on the program. I think you're having a little technical difficulty there. Okay, so while we're waiting for RJ, Muriel, when you think about Mr. Quickie, what comes into your mind?
Nako, alam mo, I remember this, no? Di ba, before we have yung school shoes natin na black shoes, I can clearly remember every time my dad and my mom would bring me to one branch of Mr. Quickie and wait na maayos yun. Kasi di ba we play sa playground. So, hindi mo, ano yan, isa yan sa mga childhood, ano ko, parang every household, di ba, has their own Mr. Quickie story.
Oh, that's right. Ano? Kaya naman, for us to learn even more as to how Mr. Quickie became that household and well-loved brand. Let's ask RJ. RJ, paano ba nagsimula si Mr. Quickie? And what was the inspiration for the brand?
Yeah. Okay, actually that is a very interesting question. But I believe the only person can answer that question is our founder. But I can share you some ideas on the inspiration why the Karunchu family pursue the business of professionalizing the repair industry in the Philippines, especially Mr. Quickie. Mr. Quickie has been known to be a one-stop quick fix shop for shoe repair, bag repair, and then we also have clothing alterations and key duplication services. So the one of the many reason and inspiration is to give a particular branch or particular brand na pwede nating a trusted brand, and yung security kasi before nung wala pang Mr. Quickie way back then, napakatagal na no, we only have small cobblers. And syempre, when we love our shoes and bags, sometimes medyo expensive pa to, medyo costly pa yung mga bags natin. And then yung trust natin syempre na ibibigay doon sa local cobblers, yung mga local cobblers dati sometimes they don't have a specific space, no, na doon lang sila makikita, sometimes palipat-lipat sila. So yung mga ganong problems na na-encounter ng aming founder, siya yung nagbigay ng solution, and that is to professionalize the shoe repair industry.
That's right, ano? Tsaka I think if there's one thing also to describe how Mr. Quickie has served all of us, is that reliability. Alam mo yon, na tipong pag when you go there to have your shoes repaired, at sinabi nilang in 2 days time makukuha mo yung shoes mo, or maybe nga before the day ends, you can count on it. After the end of the day, you go to the store and your shoe is there, your key is there, you know. Right, diba? So from the time it started till now, how has the company grown? How many brands do you have, and what remains to be your most requested service?
Well, Mr. Quickie is very known to be, actually one of the tagline ni Mr. Quickie is yun kung saan kami nakilala. Ang number one shoe repair shop ng bayan. So that is the main service of Mr. Quickie. When you say Mr. Quickie, ang unang naiisip ng mga tao talaga is shoe repair. Secondary na lang that we have a bag repair, we have clothing alterations, we have key duplication services, no? Well, the company established by our founder, Mr. Emiliano Caruncio III, in 1981. So this year we are celebrating our 40 years anniversary. So apat na dekada na si Mr. Quickie.
Congratulations.
And yeah, and we expand the business by by means of franchising. In 1995, nung na-entrust yung business sa anak ng aming founder, which is our current CEO, Mr. Emiliano Caruncho IV. So siya yung nagbigay sa business ng opportunity to expand by means of franchising. So that's why from small business na ilan lang kami before, we expanded for almost 200 branches in strategic locations nationwide. We have in Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. So especially here in Metro Manila, dito yung talagang maraming customers si Mr. Quickie. And to maintain the business, we always find ways to innovate our products, even if we are limited to our core services of shoe repair, bag repair, and key duplication services.
Right. And of course, Mariel and RJ, if I have to add, your prices are actually very friendly. I remember having my luggage repaired. I went around several stores, including kung saan ko binili yung luggage ko. And I ended up at Mr. Quickie having my luggage repaired. So yeah, I think Mariel has something to ask. Go ahead, Mariel.
Another note, they do suggestions. Diba? When you go there to repair, they don't just, sige, yan ang gagawin kasi yan ang sinabi ko. No, they actually suggest, mas okay to put here. So, diba, you can really see the quality service. RJ, you mentioned, no, totoo naman, kahit sa mall at kahit kanto ka ata makakita ngayon, kahit yung mga community malls, diba, merong concept si Mr. Quickie na swak kung nasan man sila. But how did the company pivot during the restrictions during the pandemic, no? How did you reach out to your customers and continue to serve them?
Yeah, actually, that is a very interesting part of the business nung nagka-pandemic. Kasi syempre kami ng problema sa Mr. Quickie because we are in the service industry. So we are not food. We are a bit of considered not essential. So yung ibang store namin nung nagka-pandemic, pag sinabi ng lessor mo, no, na you need to close because ang allowed lang is yung mga essential services and products, no? We did close. And then, but I think in just 3 months' time, no, while we are coordinating with the team, with other departments, we think of something to give solution to what is currently happening right now. And that's why we introduce the newest member of the products of Mr. Quickie and Essential Services, the shoe disinfecting spray and the disinfecting service. So by that, we can continue the business. We continue to have a customer na yung service na ino-offer namin is an essential need right now. So by that, that is one of the pivots to add an additional essential service and product to the menu of Mr. Quickie. And then we did go online. So who can think na si Mr. Quickie, you can, not only the products of Mr. Quickie, but also the services. You can buy the services of Mr. Quickie sa aming mga online selling platforms na, and we will give you free diagnosing of your item para hindi ka magkamali sa voucher na bibilhin mo. And then we have pick and deliver service on specific locations, especially in Metro Manila. Kami na yung pupunta sa mga customer to get their item and then i-deliver namin pabalik. Of course, we have minimal charges for that. But just to continue the business, we think of those kinds of solutions. And another one is, the last one is the care van. So we call it care van. It is a van or it is a rolling store ni Mr. Quickie where we go to a specific locations, we schedule para kami na yung pupunta sa locations nila and then doon na lang kami magre-repair sa lugar nila para they don't need to go to malls, not to go outside, just to continue the business.
Wow, no? Who would have thought na pwede pala yun sa isang well-loved brand na shoe and repair, no? Nice. So, of course, all that are also offered in your franchise package. Can you share more about your franchise package?
Well, for the franchise package of Mr. Quickie, right now naman, very flexible naman ang mga terms kay Mr. Quickie dahil nga, of course, we're still in the recovery stage. Our economy is still in the recovery stage, no? But basically, the standard package for Mr. Quickie franchise is we have franchise fee. You need to secure a franchise fee of 400,000 for the franchise of Mr. Quickie. And then the machine investment for Mr. Quickie is at least to have all the services of Mr. Quickie, you need to invest for the machineries of 1.3 million. And then for as small as 10 to 12 square meters, pwede ka na makapag-put up ng store. So maliit lang yung space requirement, meaning maliit lang din yung monthly rent na kailangan natin kasi mas maliit yung i-avail nating space. So that's basically the basic details of you need to know if you're gonna franchise Mr. Quickie, the space requirement, the machine investment, and the franchise fee. But overall, lahat naman po yan is naka-flexible ngayon. So, pwede nating i-negotiate naman po yan.
Oo, and I'm very sure the support of the team, of the whole team, and syempre, no, the brand legacy na Mr. Quickie would
Yeah.
always be there. So, please, no, RJ, do invite everyone to visit yung mga stores na open na and, where to get in touch with you to be part of your franchise family.
Yes, to all the viewers today, please visit the nearest Mr. Quickie shop. We offer shoe repair, bag repair, key duplication services. And for Mr. Quickie Plus, we have clothing alteration. So it's really a one-stop shop for your repair needs. So we are open basically 100% right now in operations on all our branches nationwide. And if you need to know more about Mr. Quickie franchise, you just need to message us kahit sa Facebook page namin, sa website, anywhere. Any contact details, kahit sa shop namin, pwede po kayo mag-inquire. And then they will direct your message to us and then we will be getting in touch with you pa.
Ayun. You know what, Mariel, from what we hear from RJ, you really can put a strong brand down, di ba? That is what Mr. Quickie has shown us as they continue to pivot despite the restrictions in retail operations. Syempre, they remain true to their core of reliable, affordable, and one-stop quick service shop that we can always depend on, hindi ba, Mariel?
Totoo yan, no? Sabi nga ni Cinderella, one shoe can change your life. In this case of Mr. Quickie, they have changed and inspired a lot of lives over the years by providing repair needs of every Filipino family and now by offering a great franchise opportunity to many. So more power and more Mr. Quickie stores for everyone to service, no? Thank you very much for being with us today, RJ. Of course, now when Talk.Shop Asia Next Gen returns, we will give you some highlights and quotable quotes this season after this very quick break.
We'll be back shortly. This is Talk Shop Asia Next Gen. Now back to Talk Shop Asia Next Gen. A clear vision is a ticket to your destination. Be inspired with the exciting journey of our millennial CEO. Jump into the business revolution with Talk Shop Asia Next Gen.
We would like to greet our friends from You Franchise Asia. If you're looking to start your business, contact You Franchise for a one-on-one franchise matching session that fits your interest and budget. Be your own boss. Transform your beauty routines into a self-care journey towards holistic wellness. Purchase any ISA products or visit any ISA aesthetic and wellness near you today. Hashtag love the life you live.
Drink healthy with Citrazone. Now more than ever, health is wealth. Bring health to your communities with the Citrazone franchise. Find Citrazone on Facebook and take advantage of the 2-in-1 franchise promo this season. Alam mo, Mariel, this season was indeed inspiration fulfilled, hindi ba? Inspiration syempre that we need most kasi ngayong 2020 and 2021 were really a time of new beginnings.
Totoo yan, no? And as a special season ender, of course, no, we are running through some quotable quotes. Nako, chosen to ha, sa dami at dahil lahat talaga naman, di ba, exceptional. Takeaways from all of our guests this season.
That's right. So let's get right on it. Andre? Yun, okay. So I guess we can start by reading through some of the first few quotable quotes na meron tayo for the past episodes, hindi ba? Okay, so we have on screen right now, of course, one of our first guests this season, si Miss Dana Cuneta, the AVP for Consultancy of Brandcorp Philippines. According to Miss Dana, franchising is good in good times and it is even better in bad times because you are in business for yourself but not by yourself. What is your takeaway from this, Maria?
Totoo yan, no? Franchising is really a game changer. And with that, no, very proud tayo to be a partner with Brandcorp Philippines, of course, no. You know, it opened doors of existing opportunities for entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs without the risk that comes from starting a business from scratch. Talaga naman with Brandcorp also being your partner, 'di ba? Nadidiscover mo developing your brand's franchise potential na talaga naman could grow and multiply your business, creating jobs and livelihood for many.
That's true, Mariela. No? I think what also one of the strengths of franchising is that yung community that is built within that particular franchise system, hindi ba? At any point that you have a problem, you can always talk to your franchisor, and even your franchisors, they can talk to their franchisors or Francorp for this matter, hindi ba? Kaya the hand holding you need, especially in times like this when things are uncertain and you don't know kung what's gonna happen, how are you going to navigate things. It really helps a lot to know that there's somebody there that will guide you throughout this journey, hindi ba? Okay, so we now going to the next slide, please. Of course, we also had on the program is Cherish Tanawan of
Viva Cakes.
Of Viva Cakes. Of course, napakasarap na Viva Cakes, hindi ba, Mariel? According to Cha, now it's not about competition, it's about collaboration. Even at this point, there are a lot of opportunities. If there is none, create one. What do you think of this, Mariel?
Oo, no. This pandemic talaga, marketers and business owners teamed up with new mentality and develop partnerships and collaboration. In the process, no, they are leaving the previous quote-unquote rivalries in the past. No, collaboration has become trendy for brands and businesses. I think that benefits both, no, the brand and the consumers, and all of us trying to connect and help each other in one way.
That's true. Tsaka you also discover how each brands are able to complement each other. Di ba? Yung mga dati na parang hindi mo akalain na, pwede palang magsama tong products na tayo in one store. And nakikita mo na parang, pwede, it works. It actually works. And people are, also able to take advantage of brands being together. Kasi pagpunta na sa isang store, they can already avail of two different products without having to go to two different stores, and it works both for consumers and for both the brands, hindi ba? So next slide. Of course, we also had on the program Miss Nectar Scott of Pizza Stock, one of the newest franchising brands, hailing all the way from Davao. According to Nectar, when you have happy customers, they can easily spread the word all over the world. So we must make sure to maintain the quality of food and service. What do you think of this, Maria?
Agree tayo dyan. Siyempre, no, keeping your customer satisfied with your product and any service is non-negotiable, syempre, no? Customer loyalty is the ultimate goal of any brand, I think. But that can only be achieved if you are in good standing with them through your product and your services, syempre.
Oo, totoo to, Mariela, no? Yung quality is not just something that you should think about in the midst of the pandemic. Actually, ito siya, with or without pandemic, dapat top of mind natin ito, hindi ba?
That's true.
As brands. And it's actually what will propel you to grow kasi at any point in time, people will recognize your brand as somebody that's a brand that delivers. Hindi ba?
That is true.
A brand that's able to provide their needs at the highest quality possible. Ayun, okay. And of course, next slide, we have Miss Fides Filart of Cake Bites, hailing all the way from vegan. I'm not sure if you're able to taste their brownie things.
Oo.
Sobrang sarap, grabe. Parang I think I finished 2 jars in like one
It's
sitting,
addicting.
which is not technically healthy good, but it's good. So I
Happy
actually
yummy.
met, oh yeah, I actually met Fides through the mentoring program of Go
Mm-mm.
Negosyo, which has been very instrumental in developing
It's true.
the micro, small, and medium enterprise and giving them that platform. Of course, Fides, according to Fides, there may be limited growth, no, because of the pandemic, but knowledge-wise, we can take this downtime to develop ourselves, our products, and our systems. What are your thoughts on this?
Oo. That's another thing, no, that this pandemic talaga naman has been an incredible learning experience, especially for aspiring entrepreneurs. No, it gave us time to reevaluate and focus on the process, 'di ba? Instead of, going agad dun sa end goal, no, immediately giving us opportunity to be more creative, 'di ba? Kaya ang dami nating na-discover din during this pandemic.
Oo, tsaka yung ano, yung availability of resources during this pandemic, left and right meron eh. There's always an opportunity to, maybe learn a new skill o kaya naman improve the way you do things. Kasi more than ever, I think a lot of businesses were generous with how they were doing things. Yung bayanihan spirit really is there. For example, a particular brand, how are they able to cope with the pandemic? And several other brands were having a hard time, and
That's
these
it.
brands who were able to like continue their operations, they were very generous enough to share. This is what we did. This is what we did. So, and we're able to learn from each other, hindi ba?
That's true. Totoo yan.
Okay,
Yes.
and of course we have Commander Nene.
Nako.
Oh, from Nene Prime Foods, serving gourmet sardines and tuyo, hindi ba? So according to Nene Tamayo, be flexible and be creative. Our situation now allows us to discover new things about ourselves, like skills, and keep your mind open and diversify. Real?
Nako, I think in general, our entrepreneurs are really innovative and creative. Risk takers sila, di ba? The very fact that they established a business during a pandemic or, they thrived during it, talagang nandun yung spirit. But I agree, no, developing new skills and expanding your knowledge in areas that interest you, I think it's an excellent way to move life forward and distract yourselves in the process with the negativity.
Oo, totoo yun, ano. Tsaka, Nene was actually one of our really fun guests, hindi ba, Mariel? The
That's true.
positivity is radiating from her. And you really can see the passion that she puts into every dish that she serves to her customers. Also, I think yung business ni Nene was somehow geared then towards the pandemic kasi these are bottled, these are preserved. Kaya madali siya actually i-distribute. She has a couple of resellers. People can order from her very easily. And I think that is a very good business strategy at this point in time. And nakita natin, a lot actually of business really went into this direction. Hindi ba?
That's
So next
true.
slide.
Sir
Of
Jojo.
course, we also had on the program Sir Jojo Crisologo of Papel na Liempo, Muriel. Isa din to sa mga na-enjoy natin ng todo habang
That's
kinakain
true.
natin siya, hindi ba? One of my favorite snack foods of 2021.
Naku, guilty.
Sila Sir Jojo naman, if I remember right, they actually downsized, hindi ba? From a restaurant,
Mm-mm.
they created a franchise kiosk brand out of that through Papel na Liempo. According to Sir Jojo, what this pandemic gave us is a lot of time we can use in pencil pushing and calculating the risks of the businesses we will get into. This when we asked him, what his tips are for those people who are wary about opening their business. Ikaw ba, Mariel? Anong takeaway mo dito?
Oh, alam mo, totoo to, no? Bukod sa masarap, I cannot forget their product at medyo minsan kinikrave mo talaga, no? Pero this pandemic, no, we do, not everyone, or siguro all, doesn't have the luxury of trial and error. Think we would agree on that. No, we have to execute as much as possible every time na we do something, 'di ba? But we are thankful for all the organizations that supports and guides MSMEs, no, the startups during this challenging time, and they were able to quickly ramp up, which is needed during this pandemic.
That's true, ano? And siguro nothing beats doing your due diligence when starting a business, hindi ba? Especially with a lot of franchising opportunities being thrown to us left and right.
Offered, yeah.
Malaking bagay yun that you really do your research, you do some calculations, you ask the right questions, para naman ma-make sure mo na yung investment mo will not go down the drain, hindi ba? And I think one takeaway that we can really get from this is yung franchise system is really something that you really have to look into if you're gonna invest in a franchise system. I think Papel na Liempo has that, and a lot of our friends whose franchise system were developed by Francorp really had that in the bag, hindi ba? So, okay. So, next slide, we have Miss Luchi Canlas of Bang Bang Bangus. Just to share mo yan, they sent us, I think, two bangus. Tama ba?
Yes.
I actually live alone. So, I had to that.
So, ilang araw mo siya inubos?
I was surprised at how big it is kasi parang I had to consume it like in 2-3 days. But it's just a testament as to how the product was good and gaano siya kasulit, no? That said, of course, Aluchi and her team bagged the Next Gen Award during the Franchise Asia Expo 2021. So congratulations to them. According to Luchi, set your eyes on the future while working really hard on the present. We can get discouraged in these times, but remain to work with joy. What do you think?
Oo nga naman, human nature naman. No? And I think during the pandemic, talagang naging roller coaster din ang emosyon nating lahat, which is, di ba, it's okay not to be okay, but, life goes on. I think it has to be focus more on what you have accomplished, be it health, business, self-improvement, relationships, and keep faithful on your goals ahead, no? The challenges you've overcome, no? I think these will all help you. The strategies might improve your ability to cope. And next time, diba, that there's another whatever curveball throws back at you the next time.
Mm-hmm. Totoo yan, ano? Tsaka, especially in the industry of food, working with joy actually translate to the food you serve, hindi ba? Kaya nga, like natin sinasabi, di ba? If you're able to to provide service with joy in your heart, your customers will be able to feel it, and in the same way na food and brands and services that are served with love also enjoy, also uplifts then, in one way or another, those of those the spirit of their customers. Kaya it's a ripple effect, hindi ba? Working with joy also clears your mind, and you're also able to provide joy to other people. So,
That's
ayun.
true. That's true.
Maganda to takeaway na to actually. Work with joy all the time. So, okay, so next
Correct.
slide. Of course, we also had on the
Oh,
program from Wash Me Mobile Car Wash, Mr. Amando Calixto Jr. According to Sir Amando, you have to be realistic, but you have to see the opportunity in danger. Act fast, minimize fixed cost, and go digital to connect with customers. What do you think?
oo, oo, no. I remember Sir Amando is one of the visionary leaders and doer, 'di ba? He's all his concept for his brand. He was thinking about it and he was already working on it. So such an inspiration. No? Just like Wash Me, and a brand can stand out by especially in the service industry by responding to your customers' current needs and concerns, no, and addressing things from their perspective. But gusto ko yon, no, stay realistic and doable para naman you work efficiently in the process.
Right. So if I remember correctly, Mariel, di ba yung setup nila um Wash Me Mobile is that they don't have they're not a brick and mortar store, hindi ba? You can book from
Yes.
their app and then the truck will go to your area at para servicean ka. I think which is very smart considering of course the restrictions, di ba? Kasi automatic
That's
natatanggal mo na yung rental cost mo, you're able to reach customers,
that's
you're able to take advantage of technology because everybody's going there anyway. So I think it's one way of looking at businesses post pandemic na pa pwedeng i-adapt ng ating mga co-entrepreneurs. So yun, okay. So next slide, we have from Mindanao.
Oh
Of course, Mr.
yes.
Michael Dal Villa, the general manager of Mangorio Group of Restaurants with their very delectable durian
Durian
pie.
pie.
Diba? Ang sarap.
Yes.
We had a taste of Mindanao right here in Metro Manila.
True.
According to
Oh,
Dale, this pandemic should never stop us from doing things we need to do, like innovations. We should never stop to be resilient. What do you think?
totoo yan, no? This is coming from another family business, di ba? Family heirloom recipe and family um, run business na ngayon, second generation na si Michael. So, I think every brand and organization, no, rapidly reinvented themselves in response to the pandemic. Can provide yung kanya-kanya nilang quote-unquote resilient story, no, sa dami niyan sa lahat ng brands, no. If not most, halos brands embrace innovation naman talaga. It shows the spirit and mindset of entrepreneurs to really keep going, not just for themselves, for their brand, for their customers, and their team. I think that's one important thing also.
Oo. Tsaka Mariel, I think sila Mangorio was also among the businesses that downscaled, hindi ba? From their big
Yes.
stores, they actually offered parang a kiosk or
Express,
takeout counter.
parang express takeaway.
Oo, hindi ba? And what they also did is they trimmed down their menu to the best sellers na yun lang yun yung i-offer ng mga express stores nila, which
Mhm.
you know is like we mentioned, which is a very good direction to go to kasi nga now people want fast kasi you can only stay at a place for a very short period of time, and dine in has restrictions, so why not enjoy these food takeout and enjoy them at home with your families, hindi ba?
That's true. That's true.
Right. So now we go to the next slide with Miss Jacqueline de la Cruz, the general manager of famous Belgian waffles. According to Miss Jacqueline actually had a wide industry experience, not just in food, and she was also actually
That's
operating several Belgian waffle kiosks of her own. Yeah, she really had a feel of what it was like to be a franchisor and a franchisee at this
that's
particular point in time. So according to Miss Jacqueline, in every crisis, there will always be opportunities. Take calibrated risk. Do not be disheartened. And if you feel you need more handholding, franchise is the way to go. What are your
Oo
thoughts,
naman.
Mariel?
Naku, another well-loved brand, no, na favorite naman talaga natin, famous Belgian waffles, of course. No? I think most businesses have approached the COVID-19 era through the lens of simply surviving. That's I think one thing. But some found opportunities for optimism. Actually, marami sa mga Pinoy ang nakahanap noon, no? And I like that Miss Jacqueline acknowledged franchising as a welcome opportunity na reduce risk and increase access. Sabi nga ni you franchise, 'di ba? To become your own boss. There is plenty of reason of enthusiasm in the franchising space.
Right, oo. Totoo yan, ano. Tsaka, at times like this, hindi rin talaga mahirap, like mentioned din kayo ng isa na, among the one of the previous highlights, no. Tao lang tayo eh. We get disheartened, but there's always, an opportunity to bounce back, and that
Yes.
bouncing back is much easier if you have your franchisor to assist you with it. Okay, and that's what
Totoo yan.
Belgian Waffle offers their is offering with their franchise system. And of course, we also had Mr. Oscar Mejia of Oscar Mejia Artisan Fragrances. This is one of my new discoveries actually this season. Hindi ba the art of perfumery, hindi ba? According to Mr.
Correct.
Oscar Mejia, the very essence of being able to listen to your customers and clients will guide you as to how you can pivot in these times to stay relevant. I agree with this, Marielle. Kasi di ba, we are only as good as yung ating sensitivity to the customer's needs. Kasi that's how we respond to them. That's how we stay relevant. What do you think?
Oo, no? Tsaka sabi, di ba, always look at your brand at from the vantage point of the consumer to have a different approach and appreciation. No, there's always opportunity for uniqueness and staying here relevant regardless of what we are going through. 'Di ba? Syempre careful dapat and well executed ang approach mo, no? But as mentioned, no, si Oscar has really um, leveled up the industry of fragrances in the Philippines.
That's right. We now go into the next slide with Miss Marites Guerrero of Sacred Heart of Jesus Pharmacy. According to her, one of the best lessons we can take away from this pandemic is to prioritize our health. And that is what we're advocating in the drugstore industry. If there's any industry, Marielle, that really thrived during this pandemic, it's the drugstore industry. Kasi people became even more aware and lalong naging priority sa kanila yung health. Hindi ba?
Totoo yan, no? Syempre, we continue to, it's been over a year, no? We've sacrificed important life events with time with family and friends para sa safety ng lahat. And we continue to do so. Pero importante that we take care of ourselves as the world continues to, adapt and we refocus more on personal health. And in the process, no, being the best version of ourselves, no? Hashtag, di ba, love the life you live.
I like that. So yeah, we now go into the next slide. Of course, we had Miss Cherry Faye Alag all the way also from Mindanao, from Metro
Yes.
Cleaners. One of the best things we can do this pandemic is to serve the best we can. Because if your customers, suppliers, and partners see that level of service, we can lift each other up. Totoo naman, Mariela, no? It is the entire ecosystem of your business that will really make or break you during this period. If you're able to maintain that relationship of helping each other out, whatever tools na available among each of you, mapapakinabangan yung lahat, hindi ba?
Totoo yan, no? Sabi nga natin, di ba, it's important that brands ensure that our customer and business relationship outlasts this coronavirus. And this will definitely give you and your brand a good mark in the industry.
That's right. That's right. And next slide, we had Mr. Raymond Chuachoy of Sam's Everything on Stick and Car Doctor. One of the best innovations that Raymond was able to come up this pandemic is the Car Doctor, hindi ba? Which is pandemic proof, pandemic ready yung setup niya, di ba? Because there were a lot of restrictions with the Sam's Everything on Stick setup. So at least he was able to pivot pretty quick with his new business. According to Raymond, open a business that fits the new normal. Life goes on, but you have to be cautious because each industry has a new normal. And that is exactly what he did with Car Doctor. Hindi ba, Mariel?
Totoo yan, no? Siyempre, another seasoned entrepreneur, no? Raymond Show what show. Totoo yun. Launching a business in the pandemic in in mind means you can future-proof your company for crisis situations, no? So, kasi in anything naman, di ba, readiness is still the key.
Mm-hmm. That's true. And for our next slide, we have naman um, the mother-daughter tandem of Pinuhat Arts and Crafts, all the way from Mindanao as well. We had, of course, on the program is April Joy, Rhea Sol. According to Rhea, to April, businesses should embrace the change because change is the only constant in the world. As we grow, the world grows too. Alam mo, I really like the positivity that April brings into her vision of the world. It's very refreshing at a time when things can get very discouraging. We have young bloods like her that pump into that new energy for us to feel young and feel more positive despite the challenges.
That's true, no? And 'di ba, she's bringing in a new vibe in the business kasi syempre may youth touch na yung sinimulan ng ating ni mother, but with numerous changes that we face as we work our way to recovery from the pandemic, sabi nga natin, each opportunity that rises opens door for those who are brave to adapt.
Right. So that wraps up the first list that we have. And of course, we have more to come, hindi ba, Mariel?
Yes, of course.
And
When Talk.Shop.Asia.
Right. And syempre, as we mentioned, that was the first half. We have more quotable quotes coming your way when Talk Shop Asia Next Gen returns.
We'll be back shortly. This is Talk Shop Asia Next Gen.
The COVID-19 pandemic goes far beyond masks, changing our lives and everything else in a snap. But through the strong foundation built by our founding leaders, the Philippine Franchise Association emerged more resilient to disruption, staying true to its mission to promote franchising as a tool for economic growth, enterprise development, and employment generation. Most of all, EFA remains committed to serve its members so that they can, in turn, serve the Filipino people. As the voice of Philippine franchising, PFA continues to create innovative learning avenues and open new opportunities despite the difficulties. To help its members and the rest of the franchising sector survive and thrive during these challenging times. Through PFA's collaborative synergy, strengthened collaboration with the private sector, government, and the global community, we are able to rise up to the challenges of the pandemic and pivot to where the opportunities lie. And we believe that if we work together, we can help ignite recovery and bring the sector and the Philippine economy to resurgence and new strengths.
Now back to Talk Shop Asia Next Gen. Business is a fast changing landscape, and information is key in adapting to the demands of the market, thinking forward, and staying relevant with the latest trend and insights to keep your business up to date with the times. Jump into the business revolution with Talk Shop Asia Next Gen.
And welcome once again to Talk Shop Asia Next Gen. We would also like to greet, of course, all our viewers in Facebook, YouTube, Kumu, and Best TV channel 31.
Yes, no, imagine we are down to our second half of the highlights of our quotable quotes. So let's have on screen our first for the second half. Ayan, from, nako, it's isa rin to, no? Moonleaf Tea Shop. We have their managing partner and board member, Pauline Limhenko. No, our growth mindset is to continuously adapt as a brand, as a business, and as a team. We hope to continuously learn as the market will continue to change and surprise us. What do you think on this, Don?
Alam mo, Mariel, the term, being able to adapt, dati parang Miss Universe answer lang to, hindi ba? But, this
True.
2020 and 2021, it has become a very essential value na dapat mayroon ng isang organization. Because, the different things happening left and right na kailangan in a snap of a finger, makapag-adjust tayong lahat. And I think that's exactly what Moonleaf Tea Shop brought into the market is 2020 and 2021.
Oh, I agree, no? And I like that Pauline acknowledged that it's a constant team effort, no? Because brands, no, became learners and are frequently faced with new types of challenges that always keeps them on their toes, no? Kaya importante that lagi talagang open to opportunities and challenges. We have next. Ayan, another young blood, no? The owner and general manager of Le Fleur Cafe, Chelsea Kiambao. Ito naman, she said, one of the best lessons I learned during this pandemic is to invest in your employees. Prepare for your business and the needs of your personnel. Your thoughts on this?
I agree, no, Mariel. Being a human resource practitioner by profession talaga before we went into business, very important siya kasi our employees really they pump into this energy sa organization. If they feel they are taken care of, especially at this point in time, you can count on them and depend on them to really deliver, hindi ba? As mentioned ni Pauline kanina, it's a team effort and you can't do it alone. Kahit gaano kagaling kang boss, without your employees, you won't be able to make it, right?
Totoo yun, no? And then, especially during ng time ng crisis, our team members, even us, di ba, we are in need of leadership. So, importante yung presence natin as a leader sa kanila. And, ano naman, di ba, pandemic or not, a little bit of empathy goes a long way.
Right.
Next. For our next, we have from Faron Cafe, their COO, Nino. Ayan, risk is always present when we start a business. It's how we handle situations. If we fail, we always have the opportunity to correct our mistakes. Go
I
ahead.
actually agree with this, Mariel, na pandemic or not within the pandemic, meron naman talagang risk when it comes to business. The important thing is that we take calculated risks, and if ever we fail, we bounce back and learn from them, hindi ba? It's one of the best teachers in life. Minsan you really have to get yourself wounded para tumatak siya sa isip mo. It's part of parang growth pains yan eh. And it's also the same in business. But you can minimize the pains if you're able to take that calculated risk.
That is true, no? Sabi nga, di ba, I think one of our guests also mentioned, laban lang, no? And managing the threats posed by this pandemic, syempre critical yan sa business survival. Sabi mo nga, navigate this period with flexibility and understanding, be creative in your approach, and just move forward. Next. Ayan, ako, this is second time for her to visit us. Now with our new partner also, Union Bank Global Linker, no? Miss Hope Joy Palermo of Real's Food Products. Sabi niya, we must be resilient, creative, and innovative in what we are doing. Offering new things to the new market is a way to adapt to the now. Ayan.
Mm-hmm. Right. I actually agree. We've had Hope in the show twice, and she always brings in this positive energy and this mindset of being innovative, and I think it has helped her a lot from the time that we had her in the past season to now, na nakapag distribute siya in more locations, no, despite being all the way from Palawan kung saan logistics may be difficult, but she made it happen through her entrepreneurial spirit.
Totoo yan, no? Siyempre, understanding how the pandemic might have changed your product and service offer in the minds of your target audience also help in restructuring your marketing mix. Importante rin yun. Kasi sabi mo nga, logistic became a problem, resources became a problem, pero hindi tumigil doon. Find ways and means, di ba? That, you could always offer relevant um, things to your market, just like Real's food products. Nice. On to the next. Ayan. Oh, this is another innovative brand that we were able to guest during this season, no, of Albert Gracilia, the CEO of Cookbook PH. Sabi niya, this pandemic gives us an opportunity to make use of tools and technology to get to know our customers and use it for long term. I agree with this. How about you, Doc?
Same here, we have at our dispense this technology to get to know our customers better. Dati kasi, nung hindi pa natin ina-adapt yung ganitong mindset, ang atin lang is, we give to the customers their needs, but we don't always take the time to get to know them. But we had this tool for the longest time already, and we are getting this appreciation more kasi we are forced to it, and we see yung advantage
True.
niya compared to how we were doing things back then, hindi ba?
Totoo yun, no? And I like how Albert and the team of Cookbook PH, they discovered ways to help clients navigate the COVID-19 challenges through cooking. 'Di ba? Ano siya, survival ano, 'di ba, skill. Pero they took advantage of the technology in making the lives easier for, even chef wannabes and even pros at home. Great. We have the next. Ayan, of course. Nako, natuwa tayong lahat na pet lovers, no? Sabi ni Dr. Luis Ilian Mozialsta of Animal Wellness Veterinary Clinic. This pandemic has created a lot of opportunities and challenges. It's choosing the right avenue in order to expand your business. Go ahead, Doc.
Mm-hmm. Totoo to, no? I could imagine that it must have been hard operating a veterinary clinic during this time. Kasi 'di ba, people are not able to go out, but still the need to take care of our pets is there. And the fact that sila Dr. Gil were able to devise new ways of having, may pick up and delivery service na sila ng pets natin is very innovative, and it responds to the needs of the times and the customers.
That's true naman, no? And syempre, getting your business off the ground is challenging. Continuing it, lalo na continuing to grow, lalo na during the pandemic, doble ang challenge and difficulty, no? But Dr. Luis reminded us that it is possible. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes effective planning, strategy, and syempre, willingness to get creative to get there. Well said, no? Of course. For our next feature for CEO, ayan, also a second timer in the program that has always inspired us every time she visits. Mori Notes, Mitzi Chan, the founder. Consumers will always have needs, and if we are able to spot these needs and the changes around them, then there is a business opportunity there. Ako, I agree with this, with Mitzi, no? Knowing who your customers are and what they need is very vital. We just need to explore the opportunities and to extend the value of customers. Nagbabago kasi every time, di ba? What do you think on this one?
And that's right, Mariela. No? Tsaka having that eye for opportunity, for things that people need, it should be something na innate as an entrepreneur. Kasi
That's true.
you see something and then you feel like, pwede to. There's an opportunity here, no? I think it will really push you forward in creating and providing that product and creating that market for you to thrive in these times.
And let's not forget, diba, our current customers may also be yung springboard for bringing in new ones to our brands, no?
True,
Totoo
true,
yan.
true.
Second, on to the next. Ayan, syempre, no, the operations director of South Top Trucking, Mr. Richmond Paras. Business is for everyone, and this pandemic allows you to find your purpose. There's no definite timeline. Find your passion and go for it. Um, Alam mo, totoo to. Passion is a big word in the business world, no? Especially with the growth of technology. Ngayon, much easier for people to follow their passion and discover them, no? Na mas naging creative talaga ang mga tao. But I think passion is what gets you started in the first place in what you're doing, and it's the purpose that keeps you going, lalo na syempre when you find a different sense of fulfillment in it.
I agree, Mariela, no? Tsaka this pandemic, para siya naging equalizer eh. Alam mo yun, like small businesses, big businesses, para naging na-level niya yung playing field. That, times may be difficult, but it's also an opportunity to start your business, and who knows, you just might succeed. Di ba? So, yeah.
Totoo yan, totoo yan. Next. Talaga naman, no? Hindi tayo nauubusan ng guests who inspires us every time they give and share their know-hows. Ayan, we have, of course, Chef Zarina of avocadoria.ph, no? When you start a business, pursue something, again, you are passionate about. So that when you experience setbacks, that fire will keep you going. Totoo yan. Being passionate, I think, gives you a powerful edge that you can stay one step ahead of your competitors, no?
Right, totoo yun. Tsaka you never get tired eh. If it's something that you're passionate about, kahit anong bugbog pa yung abutin mo, because it's something that you love, it's something that you feel strongly for, you will really see it through. Malaking bagay yan. Malaking bagay siya.
I agree. Next. Of course, we have one of the newest partners also of Talk.Shop.Asia Business Communities, no? Carlo Calimon, the president and co-founder of Startup Village. Sabi niya, move forward. Take this opportunity to reflect on the purpose of your organization. Once you create value for others, that's when you will survive. No, I agree on this. I think be agile. No, the world is collectively questioning paano tayo after nito post-pandemic. I think it's important to return to your value and redefine how you will realize them. Diba? Navigate this period again with flexibility and understanding.
That's true. I also agree, Mariana. Tsaka, minsan once we go beyond yung needs natin personally and look into the needs of others and see what value or what assistance we can offer them, you'll be surprised at the success it will bring you. Hindi ba? Kasi people will appreciate what you do for them, and it will come back, no? In a way, parang good karma din siya. Kasi you're able to
That's
create
true.
this good thing for them.
That's true. Especially if you're doing it, di ba, with the pure intention. Totoo naman yun. Next. Oh, this is our last. No, ang bilis. Wow. Of course, binusog din tayo ni Miss Jennifer, Mrs. Cheesy Ubi herself. Sabi niya, be proactive. Have a plan A, plan B, or plan C. Because we never know what will happen. As it will keep you prepared whatever life throws at you. Totoo yan, no? Sabi nga ni Sean Covey, di ba? Although we are not free to choose what happens to us, we are free to choose what to do about it. So, dapat proactive, take initiative, no? And madaming opportunities given that may come our way.
Tsaka it pays also to prepare, hindi ba? 2021, at this point in time, we should have learned as to what happened in 2020, hindi ba? So dapat ay 2021, mas na tayo, mas aktibo, we're able to see kung ano yung posibleng gawin ng gobyerno, hindi ba? Na hindi natin ini-expect before. But now, at least we carry with us that wisdom already that 2020 brought in, and that we will be able to use in 2021.
That's true. Agree ako dyan. That's
alam mo,
ang bilis.
Oo nga. At saka alam mo, Mariela, what we see here among the quotable quotes, I think we can exit the slide already, is that no matter the challenge, hindi ba, the Filipino entrepreneur really does not run out of ways to inspire each other. There's always something to learn with whatever it is that we go through. Hindi ba? And what's also beautiful about this is that we are not greedy into sharing this lesson, kasi we know that whatever we learned is something that other people can learn from and maybe succeed from those following what you did, hindi ba?
Oo, no. Talaga naman, it has been another noteworthy season. Hearing and meeting all of our guests that shared with us how they face the challenges and changes this pandemic. Talaga naman, no? Each of them has inspired us and redefined a well-tested maxim that in times of disruptions, there is also great opportunities and partners that we can rely on. Just like us here in Talk.Shop.Asia Nxt Gen, because this season would not have been possible, of course, if not for our program partners. Of course, we have Philippine Franchise Association, Francorp Philippines, U Franchise, Union Bank Global Linkers, ASEAN Youth Organization, Philippine Disasters Resilience Foundation. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat.
And of course, we also have our broadcast partners. We'd also like to thank, of course, Big Media PH, V81 Radio Worldwide, V81 Radio Manila, Kumu, Sama All, and of course, Best TV 31, Cable TV.
Ayan, no? Siyempre, special thank you to all our viewers who again shared and tuned in the show every Sunday. We hope that this season has brought your inspiration as it did to us. Siyempre, special thank you to you, my ever-supportive partner, Don Sinita, and Andre, our ever-supportive tech. And shout out, of course, to Sir Rolly Pagaspas.
Yes, of course, we'd like to thank the whole tech team of Big Media PH for being with us throughout this season. May our viewers bring forth the lessons of the season as we forge ahead to thrive amidst the challenges and create opportunities towards business revolution. This has been Talk.Shop.Asia Nxt Gen Season 23, signing off. Let's talk, let's shop here at Talk.Shop.Asia Nxt Gen. Merry Christmas, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the year.
Thank you, everyone. Merry Christmas. Thank you.
The program that gives you the latest in Filipino business and trend with Norm Challenging Brand, paving the way to be next generation business leaders. This is Talk.Shop.Asia Nxt Gen, connecting you to the future. Hosted by business and transformation mentor Rolly Pagaspas, franchise and business coach Don Sinita, and beauty and business maven Muriel Villanueva. Jump into the business revolution every Sunday from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. with Talk.Shop.Asia Nxt Gen.
Audio Jungle.